Hey. So once upon a time, I was a pharmacist. I was working a heck of a lot of hours, 50, 60 hours, just about keep our heads above water. But I looked successful though, and this is not even about the money because the money was good. The money was good. I could have stayed doing that. I could have reduced my hours maybe and still made enough money to look after the family and all of that stuff. That was not the point. The point was that I was waking up every single day feeling yuck, feeling disillusioned with life. I still have big ideas, big dreams. I had a vision of what my life was supposed to look like. And that wasn't it. That wasn't it. I was appeasing and pleasing family members, religion, people, all of that stuff. But my vision was not getting done. It wasn't the life that I had intended to live. And I was starting to give up hope. It took bankruptcy, it took depression for me to finally realize that, you know what, I am the only one that gets to design my life the way I want it. And so, there's been a bit of a transition, to say the very least. I now only do work that I love to do. The things that I used to think about doing when I was much younger, and I used to tell myself, or I was told, that you cannot create an income or build a life on those things. I do that right now. That is my work. I wake up in the morning and I know I am on purpose. I get to stick around my children because that's what I wanted. I get to be with my family all the time because that's what I wanted. I've built a life that I desire. And now it comes to you, because it took me time to get here. Now, one of the things that I know that I'm called to and I am the best at in the world at is helping you to make that transition as well. Okay? Because there is something that you are here specifically to do, and you know it. I don't need to tell you. You have created some form of success in some area of your life. But it's not what you thought it would be. It feels like you've built your life on the wrong wall. Are you ready to make a transition to a life that actually means something to you? Wake up in the morning happy to be alive rather than wake up in the morning and think, oh no, not another day. Are you done with that yet? You know, because you're a spiritual person. You know that we're born to thrive. That prosperity, that abundance, fulfillment, freedom, these are our divine heritage. You know that, right? But the question is this: are you willing to make that transition? Now, I did make that transition. I'm not going to promise you that it was the easiest thing on the planet. And it took a certain amount of time. There were good wins, miraculous happenings because I got on the journey. But then there was also a consistent, the consistent choice to immerse myself in a different way of looking at life, a different way of thinking, a different way of being. I hung out with different kinds of people rather than the people I had always been hanging out with, who were awesome, they still are, but they're not the ones that are going to allow me to elevate because they don't know how to, right? Some of the things that I do, they think I'm cray-cray for doing them. You've always felt like someone slightly different from those around you. And I invite you to the Deliberate Success Immersion Incubator. I have created it the way I've created it because of people like you and I. I know that how much time it takes to actually change your mind and your point of view. I don't want to break the bank because I've gone through where I've paid out 10,000, 50,000 to work with coaches, okay? And this is the stuff that I'm giving to you for a fraction of what I paid to get it. But this is my call, to make this stuff accessible to regular people like you and I, okay? Not everybody can do it. And frankly, the stress that I went through to have to do things the way I did them, you don't have to, because you want to focus your mind on getting the change, becoming the person you know you were born to be. Now, you may look at what I do, and this is always the fear for me, I must admit, that people like you will look at what I do and think, oh no, because of the price or the investment level, it can't be whatever. And I would say to you, well, that's your loss. If you want to buy into what the marketplace is telling you right now about how, oh, high-end this and high-end that and everything needs to be super expensive and charge 20 million to do everything, then fine, you can do that. Or you can come and work with me one-on-one, okay? Because I save my one-on-one for, yeah, and it's pretty dang expensive. So you'd have to actually apply to work with me that way. But what I provide in the Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track Club, the Deliberate Success Immersion Program, which is what I'm inviting you to today. It's the opportunity to change your mind, to start doing things differently, to start deliberately designing a life of abundance, of fulfillment, of freedom. The deliberate life. I'm inviting you onto the path to get clear of the stories of the past, because I had to do that. To get clear on what it is that you're here to do. To start taking action. To build a life that you adore waking up to. So if this, what I've just said here, has spoken to you, then go over right now to rosemarynonnyknight.com/deliberate success. Read through it. Join in. Okay? You are my people. I have a call to serve you, to help you reach abundance, because it is your divine heritage and not the fake kind like I was as a pharmacist. Yeah, you know, I was abundant, financially at least, nothing else much. Thankfully, some of my relationships were working because, again, of deliberate design. Deliberate design. I think about my life and I think about practically everything that worked is the stuff, I do stuff the way nobody around me would even think was wise. I've always had people saying, but you can't do that, but you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't. And usually in the end, they come back and say, wow, how did you do that? But it took courage. I made a choice of putting myself in environments where, even though my regular environment did not support my big dreams, that environment that I paid my way into did. But it took me, you know, bankruptcy and depression to get there. It doesn't have to do the same for you. You can respond now. It's rosemarynonnyknight.com/deliberate success. I am looking forward to working with you if you are my person. Much amazing love. Till the next time. Bye.